Hello, all of you gamers, professional and casual out there in the world. I am MegaAmpster. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new here, great to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a returning viewer, hey, great to see you again. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the continued support here on the channel. I know I'm a little late to this. I'm a little late to most videos, but I wanted to throw my hat in the ring and kind of give my 2 cents on the whole situation because this was a hot topic, especially in the last week as of this recording. And I mean, this has been a topic of debate for a while, ever since we got like the first trailer for Tears of the Kingdom post E3 2019, right? That's when we got the confirmation that it was in development, and then we got a later follow-up trailer. And I wanted to throw my 2 cents here because I think both sides of this argument, there's merit to both sides, and that is, it's really opinionated. It's whether or not you agree with the current marketing cycle that Nintendo has been doing for Tears of the Kingdom. You know, just not really giving us a ton of information. You know, just like we get new trailers, and like we've got a new trailer in every direct for the past few, I think, at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But like we've gotten little hints and stuff here and there, like, oh, like this is the most recent trailer from the most recent direct, February 2023, where like, oh, there's a new stone guy, cool. We see more Ganon, Ganon's talking. We like get like little bits here and there, but there's still so much we don't know. And it's been creating a lot of discourse online from what I've seen on Twitter, and I'm sure other social media as well, where, yeah, legitimately, this is an area of, you know, not, I hesitate to say concern, because, like, at the end of the day, this game's going to be good. There's no world in which this game is not good. Even if it's looking a bit like nuts and bolts right here, there's no world in which this game is not good, right? But it's definitely created some discourse, and, you know, people are like, oh, well, I wish we knew more about the game. I mean, as of this recording, we're only a month and a half out, just about, from this game launching, you know? And for a lot of games, you know, Nintendo sometimes will, they can do whatever the hell they want, but, like, sometimes they will, you know, spend quite a few months beforehand marketing the game, you know, and like kind of building it up. And like that is what they've been doing with this game, but not to the same degree. And honestly, like, I don't really care too much. I can see, like I said, both sides of the argument here, right? You've got one side that's saying like, oh, you know, like we should be hearing more information. Like the fact that we haven't heard too much information is concerning, or, you know, there's no reason Nintendo should be holding this information from us. And I mean, there's plenty of reason, I'm sure, and they can do whatever the hell they want. And there's the other side that's like, this game is going to be good regardless. A lot of people just want to go in spoiler free. I bet you they're going to do something. So here's my thought, right? I think the answer is somewhere in the middle. Now, obviously, this is a very opinionated thing, but for me personally, like, would I love to see more? Of course. I'm kind of selfish when it comes to this. I've mentioned this on previous videos and streams before, where I really enjoyed Breath of the Wild when I was in it, right? When I played that, I put like 95 hours into it when it came out. Not when it first came out. I got my Switch Christmas of 2017, so a little bit later, but I played through all of it, played all the DLC and stuff. I never went back to it after that, but while I was in it, I was hooked. And there is a bit of, there is a part of me that's like, okay, like, what I'm seeing so far, you know, these little trailers here and there, that hasn't been anything that's like, whoa, it's exciting. Maybe it's just because of the fact that I'm kind of fatigued by open games, and I just personally don't like spending 100 hours in one continuous game. That's definitely a personal thing for me. But like, there's also part of me that's saying, you know, we haven't seen anything that's like completely brand new. The closest we've gotten is the whole sky area, right? But even that, we haven't seen too much of the sky area, right? And now what we're going to be doing up there. A little bit here and there. We've seen some stuff, but it hasn't been a ton. And it seems like that's what people are looking for, like something like a blowout, essentially, which I feel like Nintendo is going to do. I just don't think it'll be until like next month in April. I'm thinking we'll probably get a Zelda-focused direct. Literally just like half an hour of just Tears of the Kingdom stuff. You know, it could be just raw footage. It could just be talking about different details. But at the same time, right? At the same time, like, part of me is like, yes, I would love to know more about what makes this game stand out from Breath of the Wild, right? Because it's in the same Hyrule. It's using supposedly the same engine. I bet you it is. The story seems like it's going to be a big thing. And to be honest, they don't need to spoil any of the story. They can keep that. We're under wraps. We go in fresh and experience it, and it'll be a lot of fun. So part of me is like, yes, while I would love to learn even more about this game and what really makes it unique besides just like the sky areas, for example, that could be the whole thing, we don't know. I'm also like in the mindset that this game is going to be very good regardless. You know, like Nintendo really doesn't need to go all out with the marketing. They don't really have to. I mean, people will buy it just on the fact that it's a sequel to Breath of the Wild. Like, that's already going to make it sell, millions and millions of copies. So they really don't need to go overboard with the marketing. Now, will they just leave it here? No, there's going to be more for sure. I mean, we're still just under 2 months out from release, so there's going to be a lot more stuff that they show off. But at the same time, I think they're doing it very carefully and doing it very slowly. I mean, remember when originally we didn't even know the subtitle was Tears of the Kingdom because Nintendo didn't want it to reveal it to us too early because they were like, oh, this will, be some spoilers for stuff in the game, which I still don't fully understand, but it's got to be something with the story. There's got to be something with the story that's connected there, right? With that subtitle. But, it's like they're very carefully and methodically showing us new stuff. Like the stone guy, like just slowly. And it's kind of, I understand the frustration because it's like, we want to see like a ton of brand new information get super, super hyped. And I will say, like the marketing that they've been doing hasn't gotten me necessarily super duper hyped about the game, especially on the fact that, like I said, like I'm not like a hardcore mega fan of Breath of the Wild. It's not my favorite Zelda game. But like they don't need to. They don't need to do like anything crazy with this marketing, but they will. We will get more information. I mean, keep in mind that January 2017, we had that. Was it the final direct or the final presentation for Zelda, the trailer? I think so. So like we still have plenty of time before this game comes out for Nintendo to do. Like I said, I think they're going to do a Zelda focused direct. And while I completely understand the frustration, I get both sides. Like I said, I get the frustration that, it's like we really should be seeing more, why has Nintendo shown us more information on this game? I totally understand that frustration. I'm kind of there with you a little bit because like I said, I would like to see something that's brand new, unique to this world. We've seen hints of stuff here and there, but I'd love to see it like fully fleshed out. But then at the same time, it's like, well, on the flip side, what if Nintendo doesn't show a lot of that stuff to us and they just release the game and we discover it for ourselves, right? That's the thing with like current, especially Nintendo as other games with like current marketing where they don't need to just show us everything. And they shouldn't. I think that would honestly, for me personally, I think that would ruin a lot of the surprise. I want zero story spoilers going into this. Like I don't really want a story focused trailer. I want that to be a fresh experience for me when I first play the game. But some gameplay elements, sure, like the new different arm abilities and enemy types and stuff like that. We can get more of that for sure. And some people won't even want to be spoiled on that, So everybody has their own personal preference when it comes to the trailers and what they show off, but there's going to be more. I think there will be a Zelda focused direct. Well, maybe they touch on the story a little bit, but I'm really hoping it's not too in depth. We will find out. That's kind of my 2 cents on it. I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm like, I would love to see more, but at the same time, the game's going to be really good regardless, so I don't need to necessarily see more. I'm just going to, at this point, I'm already going to buy it. I'm already sold. I'm going to buy it, try it out, see what I think, and we'll see what's new and fresh. But little quick other aside that I wanted to point out to anybody who is curious. I saw this just yesterday on Twitter here from Amiibo Alerts, saying that the Nintendo's actually restocking some Legend of Zelda amiibo. I just wanted to call this out because there are some really good ones in here. Specifically, Young Link, I've been looking for like, there's not too many amiibo anymore that like I would immediately scoop up if I found it online. Like this one for sure, the Squishy Metroid for Samus Returns for sure. The Metroid Dread amiibo were those for me before I found them at Target one time. Any of the older Smash ones, like specifically like Lucina would be awesome. Banjo-Kazooie would be awesome. Anything like that. But like the fact that they've done some reprints in the past for sure, but the fact that they are doing reprints tying into the Tears of the Kingdom is awesome. Like these are launching on May 12th. So we can see here, the interesting thing is that these are actually, they seemingly are retail exclusive, at least for now. So like the Young Link one is from Best Buy specifically. And you can see release date May 12th, so the launch date of Breath of the Wild. So go snag this one up if you want. I absolutely look at this. Look at my son. My son is alive and well. He's being reincarnated in amiibo form. So feel free to pre-order that if you want. I already got mine in. There's also, it looks like the Twilight Princess one is at GameStop. I'm probably not going to pick this one up, but in case you're interested, the Twilight Princess one is there as well. And then it looks like the Tears of the Kingdom amiibo. You can just they're not really retail exclusive, it looks like. So those are there if you want them. We'll see if they do it for other ones. Like maybe we'll see the Wind Waker one be reprinted. Maybe we'll see, I don't know, will they do a reprint of the Loftwing amiibo, or is that too soon? You know, maybe even a reprint of some of the older Breath of the Wild amiibo. Who knows? You know, I've seen some speculation that like if they're reprinting these amiibo, could that mean that we're getting, you know, like Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess functionality in Tears of the Kingdom? And while I don't want to outright dismiss that, I highly doubt it. I just think it's something cool. There's probably going to be some in-game bonuses. I know there have been mentioned something about like the glider will change specifically if you scan in certain amiibo. Like I believe if you scan the Young Link amiibo, you kind of get like a Majora themed glider in Tears of the Kingdom. So stuff like that, but I don't think it's going to go beyond that. Now, while I would love Skull Kid to appear when you scan the Young Link amiibo in Tears of the Kingdom, it's not going to happen. I've already given up on the Loftwing idea at this point too, so who knows, that's probably not going to happen, but I've given up on that idea. So it's probably just a harmless little thing, like cosmetic stuff, but hey, if you've ever wanted these amiibo and you want to grab them, feel free to. I've got both the Young Link one and I have the Tears of the Kingdom one pre-ordered. Probably not going to get the Twilight Princess one, but just in case you wanted it, there it is. But with that, I think that's going to end off this video. I mean, just to kind of wrap up, like, this game's going to be good. Nintendo does not need to show, let me lower that a little bit, too much of this game. They really don't. Like, they've shown bits and pieces here and there. They don't need to. Selfishly, I would want them to show more, not of the story, but just gameplay, different gameplay elements, you know? If there's going to be traditional dungeons, if there's going to be an underground section, which like a clip like that kind of implies, but we don't know for sure. We don't have confirmation. Stuff like that I would love to see, but Nintendo doesn't have to, you know? They, at the end of the day, they can do what they want. People are going to buy this game. They're going to buy so many copies of this game. It's going to sell millions of copies. They don't need to show any more, and it would still sell, just off the fact that it is Tears of the Kingdom alone. I know there's discourse people saying, oh, this could just be glorified DLC. It's not. It's not. It is not. There's clearly enough that they've already shown where there are hints of brand new stuff that are going to completely change up the game, you know? So let me know what you think in the comments below, though. Do you think that Nintendo should be showing more? Do you not agree with their marketing strategy? Or are you kind of like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy the game anyways. I would love to have a lot of things be secret. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Otherwise, hey, I will catch you all on the next video or live stream. And until then, take care.